I did a video last week about, well, tree supports. Tree supports are an interesting way of doing supports without doing it all linear, so you don't have to so much cleanup because they're just touching where they need to touch. So believe it or not, this is a gun. Greetings, Dave here, DCBFX. This is a gun that I was asked to print. Guillaume had made the file, or had the file, and asked me to print it. And I tried it on resin, and well, it wasn't scaled right, and it was a real cluster when it came to removing the supports. I thought, well, I've got all these FDM printers, let's try printing one with tree supports. So this is a Big Bad Beetleborgs gun. I forget what it's called, I never saw the show. So this is what it looks like with all the tree supports on it. I wonder what it looks like when we take it off. So there we go, through the miracle of fast forward. Here we go. So this is the, couldn't tell you what it's called, the Beetleborgs Blaster. There's a keypad on here. And it's a good size. I made this 10.5 inches across. It fits my hand. I don't have small hands. It's a good size for it. And again, I don't have any reference from the show how it's supposed to look, whether it's supposed to be even bigger than this or not. But this is good. I talked to Guillaume about this because he asked about this in resin as well. And resin, you know, as I said, is very doable, but there's so much to clean up by way of supports to support something like this even into pieces. A little bit much. And we discussed some of the things. Now, I've made my Star-Lord guns like this, just out of FDM. This thing is solid, and it's, well, I'm not like I'm going to throw it on the ground, but I can drop it. I have dropped my Star-Lord blasters. They're still in great shape. You know, at one point I knocked a little small piece off the front off, glued it back on, quick paint, done. Whereas if it was resin, break, pieces. So, you know, I'm a big proponent of finding the right printer for the right job. And for this, it's not as crisp as it could be if you did it in resin, but it's not bad. You know, a little TLC with that, you can make this really nice. And, you know, it's got a nice heft to it. Yeah, can I do that? Watched the Three Amigos last night, so there you go. Whatever, I don't have a holster, it's not gonna work. But yeah, this is great, and this is another great way of showing off what you can do with an FDM printer. And like I say, there's a good solid feel to this. It doesn't feel like it's well, it does feel like a plastic because it's plastic, but it doesn't feel flimsy. It's got a good weight to it, and you know, I think that's a great file. So this is another show off of FDM printing and of the Anycube Viper. I was able to make this using those tree supports I showed you, and it fit on the bed, not this way, but on a diagonal, fit just fine. Took about a day and 3 hours, so what's that, 27 hours? And it's the sort of thing that once it starts, once you see the first layer go down, you know you're golden. So, yeah. So a little cleanup still to be done in here. But that's what you use the X-Acto knife for, and you get the little bits out. And then I would probably give this a sand and then a coat of resin, my resin smoothing technique. And then you'd have something good to bite into to give it a good cleaning. Like it's a little bit here and a little bit here, but you would have to deal with that anyway with any printing, a little bit underneath. But with a little TLC, this could be really something awesome. So this file is from Guillaume Maroney. You've heard me talk about him before. He gets these things from various people. He helps to design them as well. So this is a file he has. I'm not sure if he's going to offer it soon or not. He just asked me to print it. So there it is. So tree supports, as I've shown, is a great way to support your files without having stuff everywhere. If I'd done this in a regular support system, all of this underneath here, all of this would be garbage and need to be filled in. Whereas right now it's just here, here, and then a little bit on here. So it's a whole lot less cleanup to be done. So that's tree supports, Redux, Hopefully it's the last time I talk about them. If you don't have them in your slicers, there's an easy way to turn them on, and I explained that in my last video on tree supports. Just basically, if you're in Cura Experimental Tree Supports, just search for it and you can add it, and then you can add that in, and then, you know, save some resin, save some filament. I still have a lot of the 1 kilogram spool I got, and I printed a lot of things, as you've seen, and this, like I say, solid. So that's the video for today. Hope everyone's having a great day. We'll talk to you all